Hi guys, it's Alice with Vintage Gallery Team. So I have been doing these tags and playing around with my different inks for about a week now, so I've already crunched all the videos together. And here what you see is I'm using an acrylic stamp, and I have these in my Etsy shop. It's a Dear Lizzy collection, and right there I used the first one. I used my Memento ink. I'm sorry, the second one I used the Memento ink. The first one I used my Stampin' Up, and this one I'm using Stampabilities um, Pigment ink, and just drying up a little bit. I'm seeing what works with Copic markers pretty much, and what doesn't go. I'm pretty much the Stampin' Up does not go good with the Copic markers, and as far as the black goes to color in an image, and the Stampabilities Pigment, neither. They were running through, so pretty much Memento is working right now for me. So just wanted to try a little trial and error and see which ink gives me like a crisp look, because the Stampin' Up ink gives the image a clean look, very crisp. But of course we can't color with it because it doesn't blend. It's water-based dye, the Stampin' Up, and the inks are alcohol-based. So the one I'm coloring right now is the Memento ink, and I'm using, of course, the Copic markers for that. And I'm making several tags. I've had these tags for a while. I actually got these tags from Moira. Hi, Moira. And we had a swap in Will Craft for Supplies, a group on Facebook. We had a swap a while back, and I had not come around to using those tags. So finally I'm using them, and I'm wanting to put images on them. So this is one image that I hadn't played around with yet. I received these about 3 weeks ago, and I've had them in my shop, and I think she's just a cute little image. And I wanted to not fussy cut her, but I didn't like the way that came out, so I'm gonna end up fussy cutting her either way. And I'm just inking up the tag right there, and that's one of the tags. And I'm gonna use several. Again, like I said, I'm just playing around with the ink, seeing what works. And Stampin' Up has a crisp, like I said, the crisp stamping image if you're not gonna use any, of course, the Copic markers. So I'm assuming you're gonna have to use their own colors because they're gonna be water-based opposed to alcohol-based. And right here I'm using different inks, the pigment, the dyes, and which one else? I can't remember which other one I used. I think those are the only two: the Stampabilities, the Stampin' Up, and the Memento. And I really see that feather looks really nice with the Stampin' Up. It's just a crisp, clean image. I love it. And again, sticking to Stampin' Up on that. And I'm using that switchboard. I have that one pink Paisley stamp set there in my Etsy shop too. Very cute. I hadn't come around to playing around with it, and finally I got it out. And I'm actually using the little phrase that says hi, and I just stamped that up on the tag. And then right here using the dimensionals by Stampin' Up. They're really good. Not too much of a pop, just a great pop right there. And so I still add more to that image, but for now, for that part of the video, that was over on that. And right here I'm getting another tag, and this time I'm using it's like a rotary, I think that's what you call it, the rotary stamp. It has different images. I'm using the glasses, and I'm using that one's a Memento ink. That one didn't work so well, and you'll see in a minute. I guess because I didn't dry it, or I didn't give it enough time. But as far as that Memento ink, I didn't really like it. But I'm using, it's called This and That Rotary Stamp, and that's by Stampin' Up. And so using all the colors by Stampin' Up that I have right now, I have the Melon Mambo, the Daffodil, and that Cabana one. Very nice. And that's what I'm using to shade around the tag as well. And then I'm going to use some of the distress paint, gonna try to spray here and there, or not spray, I guess like flick, I guess. And just drying it up a little bit. And I'm going to be doing, it's a total of 4 different tags. So this one I'm using that image, I can't remember, I don't have it with me right now, but she's a really, really cute image. I think I use her a lot. I love her camera, I love the way she looks. And I'm actually just going to shade in a little bit, and then I'll come back and shade in her hair at the end of the video. I just don't show it here. And that's pretty much it. I'll be continuing to play around with another tag, and that one doesn't, I don't show where I stamped that one, but I did stamp it and it came out okay. I wonder why the color isn't showing up here. I'm seeing it black and white. Okay, I guess I was messing around with the black and white, and I finally fixed it. It was appearing black and white on my screen, and finally it came to color. So right there, I actually bought that stamp, if you notice, and it didn't even have a cushion or anything, from, I think it's Lizzy. The thing is, I think it's for like clay and other products. Of course you can use ink on it as well, but I think the purpose for it is for clay and other media, other mixed media. But I really like that bubble background, and so I wanted to use it, so it was kind of hard to stamp on. But I got it going, but you didn't see me stamp. I thought I was recording, and I didn't record. But again, just shading around, and I just wanted the back also to be shaded. I didn't want it to stay that vanilla color. This one I'm using a spritz. I think this is like a pearls, it's like a pearl mist, so it has that pearl sheen to it. And I'm using my Hero Arts stamp right here, and I'm gonna stamp that 3 times. Both the other 2 kind of off. I wanted that look. And then just using, I think this is called Melon Mambo, just to ink up the edges right there, and then I'm going to do the same on the back. And right here I spritz some water, since it is a water-based ink, and I got a little paintbrush, and I just colored the frosting on the cupcakes. This is fun. I've never done this before. I see a lot of crafters doing this, and this is a first for me, so it was pretty fun. So now I need to get some good brushes, because I think that brush, I bought it for my daughter, and she's really used it. So I really don't have fine brushes, so that one was a little, I guess the tip was not thin enough, but I still like the way it came out. And I'm just adding the candy dots, and those I thought were going to come out a bit more like the enamel dots when I saw them on Stampin' Up, but they're not shiny. They literally look like little candy dots. So yeah, I guess hence the name candy dots, right? But they are cute. They look like confetti. Okay, let's see. And then I'm just going to use my stamp from the Stamps of Life. It says "You are beautiful," and I just stamped it on that image. And then right here I'm just going back and coloring her hair I felt like she still needed a little bit more of a pop. And here are the final tags. And right there I used some of the seam binding that I purchased from Candace. Then right here I used some of that that I got from a swap from Teresa, some of that twine. And then that one I got from Linda, that coral looking twine from Lady of Lace. And then that little, where did I get that tag from? Let me remember, hold on. Okay.